got some kind of nerve, taking all I want. Lost and insecure. You found me, lying on the floor. Surrounded, lost and insecure. You found me, lying on the floor. Surrounded, why'd you have to wait? Where were you, just a little late? You found me, why'd you have to wait to find me, I found God on the corner of First and Amistad, where the West was all but one. All alone, smoking his last cigarette. I said, where you been? He said, ask anything. Where were you when everything was falling apart? Where all my days spent by your telephone? They never rang, and all I needed was a call. They never came to the corner of First and Amistad. Lost and insecure. You found me, lying on the floor. Surrounded, why'd you have to wait? Where were you, just a little late? You found me, in the end, everyone ends up alone, losing her, the only one who's ever known who I am, who I'm not, and who I wanna be. No way to know how long she'll be next to me. Lost and insecure. You found me, lying on the floor. Surrounded, why'd you have to wait? Where were you, just a little late? You found me, the early morning city breaks, but I've been calling for years and years and years and years, and you never left me no messages, you never sent me no letters. You got some kind of nerve, taking all I want. Lost and insecure. You found me, lying on the floor. Surrounded, lost and insecure. You found me, lying on the floor. Surrounded,
evening, happy people. I gotta do some things here, some cleanup because, well, I'm new to this. So, welcome everybody. Hope everybody had a great week. You know, weekend eve. Oh shit, I gotta start the damn TikTok stream because, well, like I said in my TikTok earlier, you know, let's get them started. All right, cool. We're live everywhere. So we're live on TikTok, we're live on Twitch, we're live on YouTube. I was just telling folks, yeah, TikTok doesn't like Mac. So I have to do a weird streaming thing where I've got my phone running over here, and then I've got the YouTube stream going over here. And it's just a pain in the butt. Let's see, fun stuff from this week. Let's see. So, week started off slow, man. I'll tell you what, I was just uh, trying to figure out, you know, really trying to figure out, where to take all this, where I'm going, what I'm trying to do with all this. I mean, I know we talked on last stream about, the whole point of all of this thing is to bring people together, um, start a conversation. Basically, is kind of where I'm at. I want to start a conversation with some folks and get this running and you know, like I said last week, the original idea was kind of a weird serialized single dad. I had actually named it Single Fat Dad, and I had all the materials and everything built. And um, but again, that was kind of like, wow, I'm really just trying to make a big comedy show out of this thing. So um, so most of my week trying was trying to figure out where I'm going with all this, which is cool. A little reflection, on the past week. I put a TikTok out. I'm gonna start calling them clips because I hate saying TikTok. I guess I'm just too freaking old. Um, put a clip out Saturday morning after the live from last night. Turns out Twitch and YouTube performed absolutely terribly, which is fine. I don't expect to go out there. I'm still trying to work out how to get the word out that I'm going, Twitch and YouTube and all that funness. But I put something on TikTok Saturday morning, basically thanking everybody. We had 614 views in the last segment of the last TikTok I had, which was freaking spectacular. I was surprised. The first couple segments, they didn't work out so hot. They weren't real high in viewer count, but what are you gonna do, right? As a guy that's been only doing this for 13 days, 14 days, 15 days, that's actually not bad. 614 total views. So I was genuinely happy with with most of that. So so I put out a clip on Saturday morning, just as I was about to go random live on TikTok, just kind of doing the fishing thing, and put a random live out, and thanking everybody, and it actually did pretty good for a guy again that's only been doing this for 13, 14 days. It wasn't too bad. So I put this random live out on Friday morning, or on Saturday morning, I'm sorry, in my fishing spot, and I caught the biggest freaking bass I'd ever caught in that area. I was like, holy crap, I couldn't believe it. So hey, goals, right? All gonna have goals. So again, reflecting back on the lives, trying to figure out, hey, what are we doing? How are we gonna make this happen? What are we gonna do? And I'll have a topic later for this. Let's get some input on how to go through and do some of this stuff. So, you know, like I said, this week was kind of kind of wacky as far as that goes. I was, like I said, trying to figure it all out. So, a couple things I learned from our last or my first live, in all honesty. A couple things I learned. Well, actually, the very first thing I learned on my first live last week was, or my first real live, not random. Uh, my lighting sucks. I mean, the last live was so freaking dark. I clipped it and I put it in on a TikTok, and and it was so dark. Looked like I lived in a cave, and the I bought a ring light, right, just to try to figure out all this stuff again. I've only been doing this for 14 freaking days. It's not like I've been at this for 100 years, and um I was like, trying to figure out what the hell I was doing, first of all. And, so I had set up this ring light and it was white. And I just, again, looked like I lived in Dracula's cave. And with all with the bad lighting, I looked like I was Dracula altogether. So I was like, well, let's see if I can up the lighting a little bit. It's not like I have got this, fancy studio or nothing. Shit, I'm living in my This is my freaking bedroom. I'm sitting at the desk that I work at every day. So, party on, people, right? And again, that goes with the theme, right? We're all, I'm a single dad here, just working this out, trying to build the community and help folks. So anyway, um, work was fine. I'm trying to put out clips probably once a day. Um, I want to, engage, but again, I'm not trying to monetize, right? That's not where I'm at with some of this stuff. Um, I want to make this kind of an open forum for folks to talk, maybe pick my brain, and I can pick somebody else's brain about things that are going on, and as a single dad, you know, been through it, been doing this for been on been around for 100 years, Gen X, you know, so veteran, been doing that too. So you know, um, so yeah, so Thursday, I put out a video. Well, I actually put it out on Sunday. And what I do is, so throughout the week, what I'll do is I get on my bike and my motorcycle, and I'll take what I call mental health rides. I go out and I tool around for a couple hours. And this past week, I went down to Joe Wheeler State Park, and they've got a really cool um, curvy run that goes through the park. And um, I was trying to, you know, I film it, right? I've got a GoPro on the front of the bike, and then I've got I turn the phone camera around, and it films me in perspective, so that you get that, you can see what I'm doing, and then you can see what the bike's doing we're going through the twisties on certain roads. And I was trying to, you know, I put those out once in a while. My main content has been, um, what do you call it? The in your headphones thing. I was trying. I'm still working on that, right? Every morning I try to put out, hey, this is where my headphones today, and it's kind of more of a, what's my mood, right? What is my mood? What am I doing today? How am I feeling? And I convey most of my feelings through music. So I'll put out a clip every morning or every afternoon. It depends on what's going on or the night before. Again, single dad of 3 kids, so I don't get a lot of time to do a lot of things. But I try to try to put one of those out a day. Um, and then again, like I said, the little random things throughout um, the week. And so I was trying to I put this thing out on Sunday, and like Thursday, this damn thing just took off. Um, Thursday night at like 10 o'clock, um, I don't know what happened. It just freaking exploded, and it's not your normal mental health ride video that I make. Usually, I put them to music again. My whole theme is basically music and how are you feeling, and put that all together. And so I put this freaking video out on Sunday, Sunday night, I guess, as I was still, recovering from Alabama's loss. And Sunday night I put it out, and like I said, Thursday it blew up, and I've been watching it blow up all day long. And I don't know what actually touched people. I put an overlay on it for a sound that I had picked up off of TikTok of an older gentleman speaking about his experience and how to move forward with certain things, and move forward in life. Basically, life will knock your ass down. Get up, keep going, courage. You've got to have the strength to keep moving forward, which is a very, 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 very um, needed themes. We need to think that way a lot more, right? And I was trying very hard uh, to convey that message, right, through those mental health rides. I mean, that's kind of stuff I think about when I'm riding, right? Where am I at? What am I doing? How are things going? How do I keep going, right? And that overlay, that overlay sound just like spoke to me. I don't know. It just literally was one of those things. So I put that overlay over that MHR, and man, I'll tell you what, that thing just blew up. I mean, it was trending this morning at 11 o'clock, 10 or 11 o'clock. I got this hit that it was trending, and it just took off. And I was like, God, I guess a lot of people are kind of in the same boat that I'm in, right? It's one of those deals where it was just like, uh, I mean, I don't even know. I didn't tag it with anything special. I mean, it was just standard, goofy mental health tags. Not goofy, but you know what I'm saying. I put a hashtag on it for mental health and keep up with yourself and be strong and all that funness. It just took off. I mean, it's not taking off to like the viral level or anything, but it is taking off, and I encourage everybody to go to my profile and go look at it, because actually it's a really good message, right? It's a good sound. It's a good message. I think everybody would like that. And again, I'm putting these clips together not for my benefit necessarily. It's just to tell people, hey, you're not alone. You have support. It might come in weird spots, right? I mean, I'm just an old fat guy, but you have the support you need. You just have to be willing to go out and look for it. So, yeah, I mean, I was just surprised as hell. Like Thursday afternoon, I was like, "Holy crap, this thing is exploding!" And then Saturday morning or today, I was at the doctor's office with my daughter all day, and it just I was just laughing. My 16-year-old, she's like, "Dad, you're never gonna make this work," blah blah blah. I was like, "Damn straight, I'm gonna knock it down. I am going to hit it, and I don't care if it takes a year. I don't care if it takes 6 months. I don't care if nobody's on the stream. I mean, shit, nobody's on the stream now. But if nobody's on the stream, rock it, even better, because we're out there. The message is you're not alone. Let's work it out. Um, so let's just keep going. You know, we can grow together, right? Again, but at this 15 days, trying to help folks, with with what they're going through, and in turn, they can help me if I'm going through something, or you know, trying to build that community. So anyway, so that was fun. Yeah. And then, like I said, today I was just getting ready for some fun stuff. Uh, you know, like I said, if you're watching me on the TikTok stream, you're not getting a lot of production value because, well, one, I suck, and two, TikTok doesn't like Macs. I don't know why. I freaking tried to build this thing to stream a Mac through OBS. It didn't work. It just will not work. It will not authorize, and I have no idea why. It's just pissing me off. So that's something I got to work on next week. Try to get the production value up a little bit. That's cool. Um, so anyway, but if you're watching on Twitch and YouTube, there's a little bit of more production value. The video is not as good. I don't know what's going on. I don't know whether it's my camera or it's the lighting. I mean, again, I backlit a little bit, so yes, you get to see my bedroom, but well, whatever. And so I'm just kind of working it out. In all honesty, just trying to make it move out. So let's see. So topic of the day is, and I'm going to blast this up on Twitch. Is that? That's that. That says, what do I call this stupid thing? What do I call this adventure I'm on? Right. I don't know if it's a blog or vlog, podcast, or am I just kicking this around? Right. Do I need to switch gears? Do I need to keep moving forward? Trying to work all this out. And again, I'm new. I'm new to this. Been at this for my first live was last Friday. This is my second, and yeah, and again, I'll say it. I can't make it work without y'all. You've got to. You're gonna have to comment, help me out a little bit. So the question I pose to the community is, what do I call this? Right? Everybody's got their own little handles and everything else. You watch, who is it, Nunley? Danger Nunley. He's on everything. He's got his thing. I'm trying to build my thing. We're all trying to, and again, I'll say it again, and I'll keep saying it over and over and over again. This is not to make money by any means. This is I'm trying to build that community. You get them on TikTok, right? You see them, the dads supporting dads, the Gen X's, stuff like that. Mine is, I don't want to put a name necessarily on it, but I want to build something that for, folks that might be like-minded, folks that are, in the same positions, single divorced dads or moms, home alone with their kids 100% of the time. That's basically our demographic, right? And in stuff like that. That's just one topic. I mean, we could push others, right? We've got veterans. I mean, I support the veterans community. I'm a veteran myself, and I should date myself a little bit. I got out in I got in '93, got out in '99. Air Force veteran. Did some work overseas, and at the end of Desert Storm, and it was Operation Southern Watch. It was still technically quote unquote Desert Storm, but yeah, whatever. Who's counting? And then I've been working as a contractor for the U.S. Army for 100 years, so I did that for a long time. Anyway, some other changes from last week. Here's a quick updated change. Didn't pregame as hard to say. God, last week I was so friggin' nervous. I don't know what it is. I'm not necessarily an introvert. I mean, I'm introverted in certain situations. but in um, you know, in tight groups, I'm pretty extroverted. I think. I don't know, maybe not. But I tried to work out certain things and put it out there and I don't know. So yeah. So topic of the week. I mean, what am I gonna call this? It's a weekly show. Well, weekly podcast. Is it a vlog? Um, is it a call-in show? I mean, I'm not Howard Stern. I don't have the hair for it. I mean, obviously, I wear a hat 100% of the time because I have no hair, which I get made fun of, but hey, whatever. So, um, you know, I'm trying to put not necessarily put a label on it. But yeah, I want to know what do we call this thing? I mean, it's weekly, 8 p.m. Central, every Friday. Um, Not pre-screened. This is a live shot. I mean, I'm gonna fuck it up, absolutely 100%. But um, you know, uh, it only works when I get messages. People are gonna have to tell me, what are we doing? How are we doing it? How do I get things rolling like that? So, I don't know. Well, let's see. What else we got going on? I mean, there's nothing really going on in the news. We spanked Venezuela this week. That was fun. I always wonder. Um, so my military career, I did certain things, and at one point I ended up in Panama, and we were spanking drug runners out there back then. It's just like, um, I mean, it's an old playbook. It's an old Ronald Reagan playbook, right? But it's I mean, I guess for the past, I don't know, if you think about it, for the past 30 years we've been stuck in the desert, right? We haven't done anything but Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Syria. It's all that stuck over there in that mess. Hell, if Afghanistan you could even count as that kind of that backwards area. But we've been playing around in those sandboxes. I mean, it's almost like our current leadership is taking the Ronald Reagan biography and kind of just been like, oh, we can update this for modern times. Again, like I've said last week, it's out there in the public. I'm moderate. I just don't bother me. I won't bother you. Um, you know, I have my certain feelings on certain things, but when it comes down to it, again, don't bother me. I'm not going to bother you. I don't know. You know, certain people like my ex-wife will tell you, oh, you've got to do this and you got to do that. Well, not really. I don't have to do much. I don't do anything if I don't want to do it. That's what I fought for. So yeah, I mean, we gotta work on um, what we want to talk about on this thing, and we gotta work on maybe put out a damn outline. That may be a good idea. Write an outline on topics of the day. I could actually preload some of these topics and work through some of that. So, but yeah, I mean, what do we want to call this? It's a freaking live show, and I can't call it Fat Guy Live, right? I mean, I could call it Fat Guy Live, but who's gonna watch Fat Guy Live? Who's gonna want to watch Fat Guy Live? I don't know if I would want to watch Fat Guy Live. I might, but I don't know. I probably not. So yeah, let's see what else is going on here. was a long weekend. I mean, everybody got Monday off. Um, and then, like I said, I had to take my daughter to the doctor today, so I got today off. That's one of the cool things about working where I'm working now, man. They still do that whole liberal leave policy. Um, so it's like it's weird. Uh, I put it out there before that I work remote because I'm trying to raise 3 kids on my own, and the schedule just gets whack. I can't really plan meetings and certain things in certain places like I did when I was on site, right? I have to be in certain places, like pick up the kids. I got to move things around. Sometimes I have to, they'll forget something, and I'll have to take it to them. So, um, being remote helps with that. And then the liberal leave thing is even better, right? Because I can just say, hey, I really do need Friday off. I know I've only got like 4 hours of vacation time. I don't have to go through any of that crap. So I'm basically saying, hey, I'm going through, um, trying to go through this, and I gotta do certain things. And my boss is pretty cool about it. He's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. We've got a really cool, really good group of folks that we work with to be able to facilitate that. And then if somebody else like takes leave, I can bail out too if needed, which is cool. Um, so yeah, so I was at the doctor all day. Good times. Man, I hate the doctor. And it wasn't even me; it was my daughter. And she's the one getting poked and prodded, and I'm the one that is just like, ugh, this sucks so bad. But hey, what are you gonna? And she's fine. There was nothing wrong with her really. It's just they wanted to make sure that there was nothing wrong with her. So yeah, I mean that was my week in a nutshell. Um, Again, this lighting sucks terribly, terribly bad. I mean, believe it or not, I do have a full beard. You can see it on the TikTok stream with this camera. I'm gonna have to go grab another camera. That's gonna be all there is to it. This is terrible. Um. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of the key, man. It's like, what do we want to talk about, or what do we want to topic this thing? What do we want to topic this thing every week? What's the big general gist of this thing? So, and I'm struggling with that. Well, I'm not struggling with it. It's forefront in my mind. Let's put it that way. Trying to think of how do we structure this? And again, I'm growing it not necessarily for myself, but for everybody involved, right? And that's you guys. You guys are the ones that are involved in all this, and I want to make sure that I am being a service to you as you would be a service to me. So, yeah, I mean, again, the whole gist of this thing is 2 hours a week, random lives throughout the week. I'll probably do another random in the morning. I like going fishing on Saturday mornings. I don't know why. I got this I think I was talking about it last week. I got this really awesome freaking what do you call it? Fishing app that tells me the perfect times to go, and it always happens to be like right at sunrise, and then right at sunset. And like I said last week when I was out after the Friday Night Live, I did last week. I went out Saturday morning and I was doing this random, and I caught this monster. This freaking water heifer. I mean, this thing was like 5 pounds, straight up largemouth. Never had caught it ever. I mean, I could probably throw a picture up, but man, I'll tell you what, it was a monster. I couldn't believe how big this stupid thing was. I think I got a picture of it. I don't know if I put a picture on the what do you call it? clip or not, but man, it was huge. It was great. So let's see if I can get this thing up on the live here. Come on, you. There we go. Let me see. Yeah, it was so good, and I got it while I was on the live. It was hilarious because I kind of went, what the heck? What do I do with this thing? And I had the tripod all hooked up and set up, and I'm like, oh, all right, cool. I caught a fish, and then it was one of those, holy shit, I caught a fish. What am I supposed to do? And I couldn't, and I was literally trying to figure it out, and I was like, how do I fix this? And let me see if I can pull it up here. Let me see, where did I put it? Oh, where are you? There you are. Make it. Will it go up there? Oh, let's see. Come on, show me. Oh, there it is. There's the baby. That was huge, humongous fishy. And I was like, holy crap. I don't know what to do. So like the freaking pole fell over, and then then as I was trying to unhook the stupid thing, the what do you call it? The tripod fell over, and I picked that back up, and then I was like, oh, I gotta take a picture for my son. So I tried to take a picture for my son and cut the live feed off. And oh man, I was just like, I was just thumbs the whole time. And I was laughing. I was like, I don't know what to do because I'm laughing so hard. I'm trying to restart the live, and I'm trying to wrestle this fish. And at one point, the fish like I don't know, it went nuts, and I dropped it without the hook in its mouth, and it like thumped on the ground, and I was like, holy crap! Now what? I hope I didn't kill this fish because I was like, that's all. I'm throwing these fish back. I'm not keeping them. Especially this thing. This thing was a monster. And freaking uh drop this damn thing. I was like, oh, suck. Then I had to stop the live, and I made sure the fish was okay, and I threw the fish back. And it worked out all right. But it was one of those things that was just like, oh, here's what you get for being a newbie. Haha. Happy days. I'm a newbie. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And so I'll try to get better at it. Like I said, I only did one random this week. I didn't do the whole random time, which is okay. I was so busy. Oh well, quote unquote busy. I was doing. I worked. I was working like a freaking crazy person this week. I don't know what it was. I think it was because it was a short week, right? I only work Wednesday or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So, and short weeks kick you in the ass. They just do, right? It's not one of those things where it's just like, and I don't know why. Especially if it's a Monday off. It's like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Tuesday, everybody's trying to catch up from stuff they missed when they had the day off. The day was off. You didn't miss anything. So that was wacky. And then Wednesday and Thursday was just straight up meetings all the time, and that just sucks. So I don't do that. Well, anyway, in other news, well, no, in other news, anything else coming up this week? Are we doing anything crazy? Anything crazy going on? Is the whole world going to explode? I mean, we could talk about NASCAR. I mean, NASCAR is cool. I watch that every Sunday. We got the WWE thing. AJ Lee's coming back. Watch out. CM Punk's gonna have his wife there to kick Becky Lynch in the face. After she slapped the shit out of him on Monday Night Raw. What else we got going on? We got going on in the world. Huntsville Hey, there's a big one. So I live in Huntsville, right? I was a U.S. Army contractor for a long time, and I used to work on Predator, Shadow, all the drone, the UAV program, and so I worked out at the Arsenal. I worked at Yuma. I worked in different areas around the country on the C2, the command and control of the drone systems. And so Redstone's huge, man. I don't know. Probably nobody on my live or nobody here's ever been to Redstone. I mean, I didn't even know Redstone existed until I moved to Huntsville. And there, it is a monster. There is places out there that it's just wacky, right? I had to do some work for the Army Corps of Engineers at one point, and we were going to these warehouses that were literally in the middle of a field for no reason. It was just out there. It was the wackiest thing, and there was just, I mean, there's stuff out there from like World War II, um, when they were starting all the missile programs right after World War II, when everything was starting to build up, and they brought all the stuff back from Germany, and good God, it was just a whole bunch of crap out there. So Trump this week decided, well, I didn't. He just reiterated, I guess, that Huntsville needs to get the Space Command. So if you don't know anything about Huntsville, Huntsville has probably doubled size in just the past 5 years. I actually moved here in 2004, so I've been here about 21 years. When we got here, we didn't even have a Starbucks, um, which threw my wife at the time um, through a freaking roof because we had moved down from D.C. I was working for the State Department. We moved down from D.C. and we were living in Fairfax. And if anybody's been to Fairfax or D.C., I mean that place is just, you know, we lived across the street from the from the Starbucks, and I mean literally right next door was like Gold's Gym. Right, we moved to Huntsville. We moved actually to a little town called Limestone, or East Limestone, Athens area, and there was nothing here. Freaked my wife out at the time. Oh my God, she was freaked. She was literally crying. We moved down here actually for her parents too, so that made it even more fun. But yeah, Huntsville has doubled in size just in the past 20 years. I mean, we've got everything here. I started to call it Little Fairfax because when we got the FBI um, out of Quantico, um, they brought everything with them. I mean, it's ridiculous. And then we've got the defense industry here is huge because of all the missiles and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, we've got everything now. We're not just some redneck podunk area, and now we're getting Space Force, Space Command, I guess you call it, which is a branch of the Air Force and all that. I don't know how it works. I've been removed from all that. I mean, I thought it was bad enough being beat up as an Air Force guy by the Army guys working for the Army. I wasn't. My job in the Air Force wasn't necessarily quote unquote Air Force. It was something different. So it wasn't. I got a little more respect from the Army guys because I was embedded with Army units. Um, but this is way back when. Warfare has changed way like 1,000% since I was in it. Well, anyway, so Space Force, man, I'm telling you. I mean, the Air Force used to do that. We used to do it out of Davis Monthan. We used to do it out of Omaha. And I don't know. It's just one of those things. I mean, I can't fathom being buried a mile underground for any length of time, and just having a big old target on my head. That just does not make sense to me. Mm. That was one of the options for me when I joined the Air Force was, hey, do you want to go, be a missile tech? I'm like, uh, no, thank you. I mean, these guys are going out there into these these areas, and they're working on the missiles in the silos, and I'm like, I am not going that far underground for that amount of time. No, thank you, not doing it. And so I ended up doing other things, but it was one of those one of those deals. Probably should have taken that, honestly, because for what I did, I had nothing on the outside other than contracting, um, that I could do. So you know, um, there was no, there was no science behind what I did, so I didn't have a lot of options, and I didn't have a college degree, so I had to relearn everything that I had forgotten. So my current job is nothing like I do in the Air Force. So, oh, so we're about 50 minutes into this one. I am going to take a quick break. I will be back probably 2-3 minutes, and we'll see how this goes. Try to get it up. We're gonna do the full 2 hours. And and if I'm talking to myself for 2 hours, I'm talking to myself for 2 hours. Rock and roll. I'll clip it out and I'll post it, and then we'll see how it goes. All right. See y'all in a bit.
Endless is the ache that you constantly feel within. Feel within. You wait for fate
live. All right, cool. We're back on YouTube and Twitch. If you guys on TikTok want to get the full production value, you probably don't want to see my bed on the TikTok. You can see my hats. How about that? Let's look at my hats. There they are. No, I was asking the Twitch folks or the TikTok folks, um, what kind of random lives you want to see. I'm trying to figure out. So I've got a mount on the bike for my phone, and I can do the camera view towards me to show the live. What I can't do is stream the forward view. I'd like to be able to stream the forward view, but I've got this. So I've got this GoPro, right? And it's got the Wi-Fi capability, but I can't figure out how to get the iPhone to make it push through that, or push through the iPhone to the 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 right camera view, I guess, to get that, or switch back and forth. I'd like to be able to switch back and forth, like at a stoplight or something. I could do the camera swap, but can't do it. And it's not a true GoPro. It's a what do you call it? A Wolfang. I got it from Best Buy. It's the same price as a GoPro, but it had the Wi-Fi capability, and again, my phone will attach to it using Wi-Fi. Like I can attach to it, but it won't stream through it, and that's kind of upsetting. But it's really good for those MHR videos, those mental health rides that I do. Um, it does a really good job with that. So it's got a little shake to it because, well, it's a Harley, right? Harleys freaking shake. They shake all the time. That's all they do. So, so I'm trying to figure out tomorrow what I'm going to do for the live, the random live, right? And not the scheduled thing. I'll probably just go fishing again. I mean, that worked out pretty good. I didn't have a ton of viewers, didn't have a ton of questions, but it was cool, you know. And maybe I'll catch something new. That would be cool. That would be like one of those things where you're like, hey, you guys are all lucky, or giving me luck because I caught a fish. Rock and roll. I mean, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. Anyway, so we are in segment 2, hour 2 of this thing that shall be named. Again, we haven't named it yet, so I don't know what to call it. Call it, Fat Dad Talks. My thematics or my theme for all my videos have been angels and ravens, and my logo is before flight you must fall, and both of those are true. The before flight you must fall thing comes out of actually a movie, and again I'm going to age myself. It's Brandon Lee, and it was the original Crow movie. And I actually was out looking at or looking for interesting quotes, movie quotes, and that one came up. So The Crow for me when I was a kid was not well when I was a kid when I was younger in my younger days. The Crow for me was a great movie. I mean, it was one of those things. It just had this aura around it, and I was a big comic book geek when I was a kid too, so that helps too, right? And so I was looking for movie quotes, and that one just happened to pop up. And the other one I think was what the hell was the other quote? It can't rain all the time, and that one seemed a little bit dark. Well, not necessarily dark, but it was a little bit too dark for what I was trying to say. So, before flight, all must fall or you must fall, kind of makes it sense, right? We all go through that drop. Everybody drops out, and you either hit rock bottom or you catch yourself before you hit there. Either way, you have to rise, right? And so that's kind of the thematics that I put around my stuff, or what I've been trying to put around my stuff. Angels, again, angels, same thing. Um, you hear about it all the time. Angels fall, right? And eventually they'll rise up again. And then the raven, right? So the raven comes from Norse mythology. Right? The raven signifies rebirth. A lot of people think the raven signifies death or darkness and stuff like that, but it really doesn't. It's actually, um, if you look through history, it's all about rising up, raising up. And so again, so that's the whole the thematics around what I'm trying, or what we're putting together here, or what I'm putting together here. It's not like I have a whole team of people behind me. Is the whole theme of what we're trying to, or I'm trying to do, is rise up, rise people up, help, you know, bring people together that are having a hard time, um, work through it together, and in doing so, help myself, because again, I'm not at the top by any means. I literally just within the past month and a half, probably 2 months, bounced off the bottom, and I have a path, or a path I'm walking, or I'm trying to move forward with. So yeah. So that being said, boy, do I talk with my hands all that much? I'm watching the video, or I'm watching myself on video, which is I probably shouldn't do, and my hands just keep moving. I'm like conducting an orchestra. Um. So yeah. So yeah. There's the other thing. So last week, I watched. Like I said, I tried to clip that video through, so I watched a little bit of it, and I was playing with this stupid ball. So um, I work. Funny story. I use this all day long. Like if I'm on meetings or talking or whatever else, I've got to do something with my hands. So I play with this goofy ball. And it's a weird, it's not a stress ball, but it's like a weird foam ball, right? I just sit here and I squeeze it and I mess with it and I bounce it off the table, and so last week I was watching the video back so I could clip it, and I'm like, man, I sat there for like an hour. Or for 30, 40 minutes. I just bounced that damn ball off the desk. Tuk, 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 and you could hear it through the mic. And I was like, oh, stupid ass. What the hell are you doing? So I put the ball up this week. It's sitting up on the shelf over here. I was like, oh, well, need to put that over there. I'm not gonna deal with it. So, yeah. Um, anyway, yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. Talking. Just talking to myself. Nobody said I'm not getting any chat messages or anything, so we're just gonna sit here and we're gonna talk through it. How about that? Somebody's watching because I see somebody on Twitch, but that's about it. But they're not saying anything in the chat, which I think is hilarious. I'll pull up the Twitch chat. There is nothing there. So yeah, good times. What else was I talking about? Oh, so yeah. So again, I've been randomly playing with that stupid ball. My hands move too much. There's all kinds of things. Again, stream 2. Everybody bear with me. I'll be all right. Um, my lighting sucks, and I got to switch my camera out because apparently that camera sucks too. And not the TikTok camera. The TikTok camera is fine, which is weird. And yeah, so everybody on TikTok, I appreciate you joining. Thank you very much. We're going through. We're trying to figure out what this is going to be. This is a scheduled live. I'm live every Friday at 8 o'clock. Go out and see my stuff. I post 100% on TikTok. I'm going to start posting on YouTube and Twitch. I stay away. So I said, funny story. I said this last week. I stay away from Facebook and Instagram because I've got family on there, and eh, you know, I, sometimes I get a little raw. right? Uh, I've got vet mouth. Straight up. I will start bleh, um, talking about things I probably shouldn't start talking about. Uh, Especially if I pregame too hard. But well, either way. Um, so yeah, so go out and check out my stuff. I'm posting daily. It's all about starting the conversation. That's all. That's all we want to do here. Start the conversation. Let's see what everybody's talking about. Let's see what's the deal of the day. How are you feeling? I mean, I really want to know how are you feeling, right? And then maybe I can't answer the question. Maybe I can't help. I'm not going to say that I can. I'm not a therapist. I'm a freaking fat guy with uh, 3 kids at home that I do it all by myself all the time, 100%. Um, so uh, you know, the stream isn't about me. I open it up for you and I schedule it for y'all. This is what it's for. This is what I do. This is what I want to do. And it's a hobby, right? This isn't I make let's put it this way. I make enough money where I don't have to do this for money, right? This isn't a stopgap. This isn't something to make sure the kids eat every week. I got that covered. This is for community. Um, I don't have a lot of community. I don't. Um, and that's just part. Oh God, there was a guy. There was a stream or a clip that I saw on TikTok this week. The guy explained it absolutely perfectly. Oh crap! If I can find it, I will post it or I'll repost it. Because this dude, he laid it out right. He was like, vets don't have large friend groups, and it's because of this, and this. And I was like, dude, that absolutely spoke to me. He was like, it, um, vets are so used to being amped up to 100% all the time, and their buddies, having their back, and um, uh, they having their buddies back, that it's hard for us to make large friend groups, right? Or friend groups at all. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've got buddies that I've had since I was a kid. I mean, shit. I've got there's a 4 core of us that we've been together. Have been friends since God, 6th grade. And it's gotten to the point now. I mean, I'm almost 50 years old, where it's basically us. Happy birthdays, happy Christmas, that kind of thing. We actually have a group chat going on LinkedIn of all things. Um, so, but yeah, I mean, vets have a hard time making friends with strangers. Um, and maybe this was one of the reasons why I wanted to start this, or what pushed me to start this. Honestly, was somebody at one point told me to push myself outside my comfort zone, and I was like, dude, I live outside my comfort zone. All everything I do has been outside my comfort zone since I freaking was born. So, um, and he said, live outside your comfort zone, push through it. Um, this right here, this live stream, this putting myself out there, putting the videos or the clips that I'm putting out, um, producing that kind of content, for me was literally pushing myself outside the comfort zone. I had poked at it a couple times here and there, right? I had poked at um, doing uh, doing the 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 content creator thing. I had done some gym videos. Shit, I think I posted. Yeah, oh yeah. So it's like last night or the night before last night. I don't remember. I posted. I posted this workout video. It got like 711 freaking hits. I posted it. I reposted it with a little bit of different production, and I was like, you know, I was going, um, it was, I was like, this is something that I posted years ago because I was just poking at this, and this is again, I'm coming back to this. I'm like, I'm working this to not to you know to give it another shot. Push yourself outside your comfort zone. Make it happen. Um, not for anybody else, but for yourself. If you live outside your comfort zone, you're always going to grow. That's kind of something I've learned um, over the years. Is if you're always moving forward, if you're always pushing yourself out, um, you're always going to grow. I don't care if you fall on your face. Nobody cares a shit if you fall on your face. You're gonna, right? Make a damn mistake. God. So that's one of the problems that I've got right now with so many people or so many of the kids that are coming up today, like my daughters. Um, my 13-year-old came to me the other day and she had made a mistake. My 13-year-old was my 11-year-old son. It could have been both. Either way, they both have the same problem. The generation today, they've got issues with making mistakes, and it's nothing that I have instilled in them because I lived to the point where um oh jeez, TikTok just decided it wanted to throw up. Come on. Oh, there we go. Oy. No kidding. There's no inactivity, stupid thing. Um what was I saying? Oh, so my kids, they're afraid to make mistakes. Huh? You don't learn. You don't learn. Again, say like this one, like this the whole point of this whole live thing is or this weekly live thing is push yourself outside your comfort zone. I'm going to screw this up. I swear to God, I'm going to screw this up at some point and I'm going to switch gears and I'm going to try again. Um you can't live in fear of making mistakes. My daughter was like, "You're going to be mad at me." I'm like, "I'm not even mad at you if you screw up. Why would I be mad at you if you screwed up? That's the dumbest thing I'd ever heard in my life." Right? It's just like, screw up. Go out. Mm. Let's see. I'm deep enough into this thing. I'm an hour and 15 minutes. Fuck it up. Go out and screw up. Learn. That's all you gotta do. Just screw up and learn. Right? Don't come back and do the same thing over and over and over again. That's the definition of insanity, right? Um, but screw it up. And I'm gonna screw this up. I'm gonna screw it up a lot. I'm probably gonna screw it up more than anybody has in the past. But again, something about this generation, I don't get it. They're afraid to screw up. I once shut down a 911 center by accident and went to lunch. But I haven't done it twice. I knew what I did. I haven't done it twice. So, whatever. Um, again, I'm probably aging myself, right? What else is going on? So, yeah. The whole point of this again is to help people that might be at the bottom or bouncing off the bottom, like me. I'm bouncing off the bottom. I'm only 2 months back into it. Get through this or help. Create that community. And again, it's not easy for me to be out there putting myself out here and going, "Hey, I have zero answers, quite literally zero answers for anything. But I will try, and most of the advice you get will probably be bad, but that's okay. We're gonna try anyway. Um. Anyway, yeah. Golly, we're already an hour and 17 in, and I promised a 2-hour live this evening. I think So last stream, so I've got a little timer running, right? I fucked up this time because I didn't put the timer on when I started the vid, which is okay, whatever. But you know, I'm working through it. So yeah, what else we can talk about? Again, like I said, I was just talking about screwing things up, right? I'm gonna screw this up, 100%. You know, totally gonna screw this up. And as we're seeing, at an hour and 18 minutes, I've run out of content. Eh, what are you gonna do, right? Next time, I thought about it. So here's a funny thing: I think about things all week long, right? I'm like, oh, I could add this, I could do that, I could put this in the production, I could put that in the production. Eh, what do I do? Nothing. I didn't do a damn thing. Um, I didn't. It's not even like I got too busy, right? I did. I just procrastinated the shit out of it and didn't do anything with it. As well, I can be quite the dumbass at some point. So I wanted to make an outline of this is what we're gonna do. This is what I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna hit this. I want to put some cool production into the some time into the actual production of the Twitch stream or the YouTube stream, and I did none of it. What you can do, right? I get so freaking tired. So like 5 o'clock rolls around, and I'm like, I'm gonna do nothing, absolutely nothing, and everybody's gonna love it. So yeah. What else is going on? So yeah, so procrastination, me, I didn't do much. I think it's funny as hell. Not really much else going on. Again, I'm just trying to figure out how we're gonna do this, what we're gonna do, what do we, can't talk. What do we want to call this community? Right, and I'm leaving it up to you. You guys can tell me what we want to call this community. It can't just be single fat guy sitting in his room, BSing for 2 hours on a Friday night. The title is way too long. And the other thing we got to do is we got to figure out how to get this thing up, how to get the production stuff up onto TikTok without TikTok Studio. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So anyway, so yeah, it can't be single fat guy just chilling with with no viewers. Yeah. Anyway. What else? What else can we talk about? So yeah, if anybody wants to talk about anything, please, let's talk about it and hit me up in the chat. And we'll talk about it. I don't care. We talk about anything. We can talk about the color of your dog, right? We'll talk about hey, I had a bad day. Okay, cool. What happened? Anything? No? Okay. Hey, I didn't I didn't get that raise. Shit happens, right? We'll have to work. We'll figure, why. Why do you think you didn't get the raise, right? Did you ask for a raise? Did you not get a raise because this, and this? What happened? We can talk about anything. I don't care. Because again, if I haven't seen it, somebody I know probably has. I got, I'm not going to. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. It's just not in my DNA. I used to try to sugarcoat everything. People used to get so mad at me because I was always. It wasn't that I was blowing people off. It was more of a. It's that 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 vet mentality, right? Where you go, I'm not getting shot at, so doesn't matter, right? But people don't think that way. That's some of those things you gotta work through. I actually was told. I actually said that to somebody at one point. That was like never had any military experience whatsoever. Never done anything outside their comfort zone. And I said, hey, it was something stupid. It was like, oh man, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose this. I don't even remember what it was. We're gonna lose something. And I said, well, we're not getting shot at, so who cares, right? We're, mm, hey, it's a party. um, you know, uh, and they got so mad at me. They were like, that doesn't mean that. Stop, yeah, stop downplaying how I feel about this. I'm like, you need three things in life, man. You need food, you need water, you need air. At that point, everything else is just gravy, right? And you're not leaking. Well, I hope you're not leaking. I am getting older. I might leak a little, but it's like, okay. So, it's just so funny. All right. So we went another 40 minutes. I am going to take another quick break, and I will be back probably in less than 5, and we'll push through to the end. All right. Appreciate everybody watching. I will be back in 5 minutes. Thanks. Hey y'all. Um, I've been talking to the TikTokers a little bit on the separate stream because again, TikTok doesn't support Mac. Why? Doesn't make any sense at all. And I'm trying to figure out. I got this stupid timer, right? Let me see. If I stop said timer, and I put 30 minutes here. Let's pause this one. And I don't want to restart it. I want to stop it, and I want to edit it, but it won't let me edit. No freaking thing. Let's see. Settings. Settings. I don't need a background. I don't need it freaking about. Blah, blah, blah. Preferences. Start at log on. No. Start countdown on launch. No. Start countdown when changing the time. No. How do I change the time? That's what I want to do. I want to change the time. It's locked. How do I unlock it? I don't understand. Oh, here we go. Set countdown timer. 30 minutes. There we go. Yeah, 28 minutes. But 30 minutes is good. All right, cool. Figured that out. Again, I'm a rookie. I've been trying to do this 13, 14 days, whatever. You know, it doesn't matter. God, I don't even remember what the heck we were talking about. Which is okay too. Sorry. So on the break, I was trying to think of. See, I got this freaking ADHD brain. So on the break, I was trying to think of things I could do for my randoms. One of the things I was doing was thinking about doing was you know just going live at random times, right? Driving or just screwing around. Again, I told you earlier I wanted to do a live while riding a motorcycle. I thought that would be really cool. Not that I could read text or chat messages. I mean, that'd be cool. Um, but I was trying to think of you know things I could be doing just throughout my day. Now, for my job, I can't go live. I would love to, but the sensitivity of what I do for a living doesn't allow me to do that. But maybe again, I don't get out much. um, maybe we'll just do lives while riding in the truck or the Jeep or you workouts 5 a.m. in the morning. Nobody's gonna be watching at 5 o'clock in the morning anyway. Um, that kind of thing. Because again, I'm a big fat guy, but I'm not trying to be a big fat guy for forever. Um, so maybe that'll help. Yeah, that might work. I'm trying this new workout thing where it's called the Deck of Doom or the Deck of Death or whatever, and it's 52. It's a playing card deck, right? And it's 52 cards. They got different exercises on each. Um, and I was I tried to do it the other day, and I was like, I know my limitations, right? Again, I'm a big fat guy. I've been doing stupid things for too long now. Going on, it's been probably 5 years, 6 years um, since I've done any real. Well, I can't say that. It's probably been 3 years, 2, 3 years since I've done any real gym workouts, and I'm trying to get back into it. I'm trying to actually, uh, rebuild my supplement stack. Again, it changes because you get older. I can't take the same things I took before, um, but there's certain things that don't change. There's certain things I need to add, certain things I need to subtract. So, um, I've been working, trying to find that balance. I've been working out. I don't know if you can see it's over on there. It's right there. My tonal. I've been working on my tonal a little bit, and but I bought this deck of doom or deck of death or something like that, and it wasn't expensive. It was probably like $10, and it's 52 exercises. The number card means you have to do a certain number of exercises, types of exercises like squats and push up, pull ups, stuff like that. Lunges. Ugh. Um, and so I knew my limitations, and I was like, well, I can't. I'm not gonna be able to do this whole deck. I know that for a fact. I'm not gonna be able to do this whole deck. So I was like, I'll just split the deck. So I split the deck, and I shuffled and I split the deck, and then I was like, um, I went and I did I started it, and I got about halfway through the deck, and I was like, and it was, you know, I was a CrossFitter for a while, so 15, 20 minutes is probably um, about max, right? And I got to about 15, 20 minutes, and I was like, I am dead, absolutely dead, and I was only halfway through the deck, and I was so mad. I was so pissed off at myself. I was like, dude, I could have crushed this whole thing a year ago or 2 years ago, and I literally made it through one quarter of the whole deck of cards before I was laying on the floor, panting and sweating and going, "Holy crap! This thing just absolutely killed me." So you can go out and get. I think I actually got it off TikTok Shop, but um, yeah, I was dead, absolutely dead. No, I think I got it on Amazon. But yeah, so again, random lives. Maybe we'll try random on a deck of death day, or I walk the. So I got a weighted um, a weighted vest. I guess you could call it. It's just kind of an over the shoulder thing. And I walk the dog out the local park, and we'll do random lives there. Um, but yeah, certain things like that. Try to get not again. I'm not trying to get name recognition. If I was, I'd be kind of crying because I don't have any viewers. But um, I'm just trying to get out there, and maybe um, that'll help. We'll put that out there. Ah, man, we got about 20 minutes left. Let's see what's going on next week. So next week we're gonna have another live, right? I promise I will be more prepared, right? Um, we'll be more prepared next week for said live. Um, we'll try to get more topics of discussion. I'll try to change the production value up a little bit, and I'm gonna work on this problem with TikTok not talking to my Mac. It's just so. I mean, I can't get over that crap. Why does TikTok Studio not run on a Mac? It's like Windows only. You can only run that. Come on, that's stupid. I mean, Mac's been around just as long as PCs. I mean, shit. Steve Jobs and whatever the kook is, Gates. Uh, they built that shit together. So I don't know. It's ridiculous. So anyway, yeah. Man. So we got that going on. I'll work on some of that. Um, I'm gonna post every day. Still, that's kind of a thing. Like I said, I posted something. Like I said earlier in the beginning of this thing, I posted something on Sunday and it popped on Thursday. I don't know. I didn't do anything different. It just for some reason everybody was having that day. Um, I'm gonna post another MHR. Um, I don't know what the weather's gonna be like this weekend. If the weather's nice on Sunday, I'll ride. Um, I don't have any specific destinations in mind this weekend. There's no real. I don't like doing the same. Hey, thanks, Jimmy. I appreciate it. all the likes, man. I'm just like, wow, cool. Send people my way, man. If you're in another chat, send them over here. Send them to Twitch. Send them to YouTube. Links are in my bio. Hit them up there, man. So yeah, so I'll get on the Harley on Saturday or Sunday. I'll post another MHR. Put it up in my profile. I'll attempt. I'm gonna attempt. I'm not gonna say that. I'll be 100%. Um, I'll be 100% successful. I might go live on the bike. I mean, it's gonna be a boring live because one, you're not gonna be able to hear me. Two, you can't see me. Well, you'll see me, but it'll be like straight up my nose. Um, and three, who wants to just watch my dumbass riding a motorcycle down a country road? You know, especially when you don't see where you're going. If that was me, I'd get car sick just watching the vid. But we'll give it a shot. You know, maybe you'll get a little insight into into the MHR at that point. So yeah, right. What else is going on? So I'll do that. I'll try to do some more randoms tomorrow morning. I will definitely put out another vid as far as or sorry, yeah, another clip. And then I'll probably go do my normal Saturday morning fishing live. Hell, like I said last time, I caught a freaking water heifer. So maybe you guys will give me some more luck, and I'll catch another one. Maybe I'll have the boy with me. That's been a thing. Um, my son doesn't have any patience, so he gets real bored real fast when it comes to fishing, and he gets really upset when I catch something and he's there and he doesn't see it. So, or he doesn't catch anything himself. So he's kind of backed off on the whole fishing thing, which is kind of funny. But maybe I'll have him with me and he'll be on the live tomorrow. I don't mind. I mean, it's so funny. You know, I had a buddy, not a buddy, but a friend that was a girl. Just put it that way. That got really, really cranky when the kids, her kids, ended up online with their pictures and stuff. Like I had to fill out the form every year when they go to school. Hey, can we post their pictures online? And I'm like, yeah, whatever, that's fine. Um, Now when they're babies, kind of have a little bit of an issue with that. Not too big of an issue, but just a little bit. But when they're older, when they get up to 10, 11, 12, 13, my kid's online right now probably playing Fortnite, right? My 16-year-old is like the social media manager for East Limestone High School's freaking color guard. I mean, she's got a online presence on the East Limestone that is freaking spectacular. And my 13-year-old is an artist, and she does all these weird animations. And let me tell you, she Jimmy's blowing up my legs, rocking, man. Uh, I'm glad you like it. Uh, if you want to talk about something, we can talk about something. But I love the likes. Keep them coming. Um, so my 13-year-old though, she's got like 3,000, 3,500 followers, and and all she posts are these because she's an amazing artist. Her anime stuff that she does. She's a digital artist. Um, she does everything on iPad, but she does it in pen. Man, it's amazing some of the animation she does. Straight up animation. It's not AI built or nothing. She just does all this stuff. And so saying that the kids aren't going to get online and get their identities online or whatever else, that's kind of crap because my kids have an amazing online presence that's just freaking stupid. And so, but yeah, I just thought it was funny. So yeah, so tomorrow if we go fishing, I'll try to drag the boy out of bed because he's gonna play Fortnite all night. And see if we can get online. And I'll put a big thank you out to Jimmy here because he's just crushing my likes. and you know, which is cool. I appreciate it. So again, and then again this week, what else I gotta do? I gotta figure out how to get Twitch and YouTube. I gotta get more traction. I got some TikTok traction again. I had a little bit of a trend today going, which was cool. But I gotta get some Twitch and YouTube traction. Yeah, if I can talk to get out there a little bit. Because again, and I'll say it again, this stream isn't for me. It is a little bit, but it's more cathartic than anything. This stream is for y'all. Bring everybody together. Let's talk. Let's work it out. Let's get this thing rolling. If you need help, let's talk about it. Right? Let's just get it out there. I built this. I'm trying to build this community so that we can all work it out together as a group, as a community. Nothing's off the table. I don't care what you want to talk about. If I haven't heard it or I haven't seen it, I would be friggin' surprised. Let me tell you, I've been all over the world. I've seen some crazy shit. And so let's talk about it. Let's work it out. Let's get it rolling. Yeah, I don't care what it is. And then we've got to figure out this week, and I'll probably put out an actual video this week, or actual clip, a vid this week, asking that question, right? Yeah, I'm fishing on Saturday morning. Probably, I'm in Central Time, so it'll be, I'll probably get on the live probably between 8 and 9 a.m. Depends on when the fish are biting. I got a really cool app that tells me when they're biting, so it'll be between 8 and 9 a.m. Central. I'll put the video out. I don't know. Maybe in the afternoon. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna go live tomorrow morning between 8 and 9 a.m. Yeah, I'll be on live. So yeah, what was I gonna say? I can't remember. Jimmy, you got me off track. Sorry, man. So yeah. So anyway, so we're gonna roll that out. We're gonna keep this train rolling, right? For all the folks that we can reach, help them out, build a community, put everybody together. Let's get everybody on the same page. Dads supporting dads, Gen Xers. I mean, they got a corner on the market, but I'm not seeing a lot for the single dads chilling with 3 kids 100% of the time, 2 kids 100% of the time, 1 kid 100% of the time. The young ones, the old ones, doesn't matter. Single moms, same thing, right? You got them 100% of the time. Let's talk about it. Right? Maybe there's a tip or trick somebody hasn't heard. Let's roll it out, right? So again, Jimmy, man, I appreciate all the likes, and if you want to join in tomorrow, rocking. Let's do it. Like I said, it'll be. Don't know what time zone you're in, but 8, 9 o'clock, I'll be on most likely. It depends. I've been pre-gaming pretty hard, or I pre-gamed pretty hard, and it's been going. So, liquid courage, brother. Liquid courage. So, yeah. Let's see what else is going on. So yeah, so we'll do that. I'll see if I can get more randoms up. And if my my AI videos, well, I mean, they're just picture videos. My in your headphones videos, I guess you could say. I was trying to make that go as like a trend, right? The in your headphones thing, but it's just not catching. I don't know why. I like it. Shit. I mean, it helps me because again, if you go back and you watch, if you go back onto onto my um, profile and you watch the very first one, it's basically saying, this is what's in my head, or this is how I work through feelings and shit like that. And I know old fat guys doesn't have feelings. Well, sometimes we do. Um, if it's in my head, you know, I can equate a song to it, and those vids are for that, right? And I've got a very long or wide, like, I guess you could say, I like a lot of different types of music, and I try to put those pictures and those images to music that's in my head right now. So when I build those images, I'm building them. Um, yes, they're AI generated. I build them with that in mind. Basically, this is the mood I'm in. This is what I want to have in it. It has to have an element of angels and it has to have an element of ravens. And not that I'm trying to brand, but it's just one of those things that's kind of always what comes up in my head. So, what else is going on? So, yeah, so I'll have those will go out once a day. They'll always go out once a day. That's kind of gonna be my foundation, my benchmark. Um, right. And then I will post um kind of off and on during the week. I posted one today. It was live because I was kind of reminding everybody that everybody was live. That, and I was extremely surprised that a video that was like 4 or 5 days old all of a sudden went pop. Um, uh, and that was my mental health ride video. But um, so I posted one of those. But I'm gonna try to post more of those. They get a little bit more traction. And again, it's all about outreach, and trying to help as many people as I can hit, or you know talk to, or start the conversation with. You can't really help anybody if the conversation doesn't start. So, oi, man, again, I am extremely surprised. Let me just say this off top. I am extremely surprised that I made it the full 2 hours. Right, I got according to the little timer I got going on here, I got 8 minutes left, ish. Probably a little longer on TikTok because I had to turn it off. And last week was the exact same way. I couldn't believe I had enough content to make it the full 2 hours, right? Again, this happens every Friday. It's going to happen every Friday as long as I'm not like, in a ditch somewhere or traveling or doing something else, but I'll give everybody ample notice. But every Friday, 8 o'clock Central, I will be online streaming. We're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about. And again, this is number 2 on the whole live stream thing, and I'm no good at it. I know I'm no good at it. And I'm not trying to be great at it. I'm just trying to get out there and move outside my comfort zone so that folks can feel like they can too. Right? That's the whole point. If I haven't learned anything in life, it's move outside your comfort zone, bounce off the bottom, keep moving forward. Don't stop. If you stop, if you get stagnant, if you are not happy with where you're at, go out and fuck something up. I mean, that's the easiest way to say it. If you're not happy with where you at in life, go fuck something up. It'll force you to make a change. Right? I mean, like I said, I literally just bounced off the bottom. I mean, within probably 2 weeks prior to starting this streaming thing, or this content creator thing, which isn't really a thing. Um, I literally bounced off the bottom 2 weeks prior to that, and I was like, you know what? I'm at the bottom. Something drastic needs to change. This is my drastic change. This is my thing. And the only drastic change is it's not the streaming thing. It's the outreach thing. Right? It's the hey, I just bounced off the bottom. I'm a dumbass. There ain't other dumbasses out there, right? Is there any more dumbasses out there just like me? Rock and roll. Let's have a party, right? Let's all get together and be dumbasses together. Hey, maybe we call it that. Dumbass party. Yeah. I mean, we could come up with a hashtag for it. Again, we got to come up with a name for this because I don't have a clue. And it's not just for me, it's for everybody else also. Like I said, I got to fix my lighting. There's all kinds of other things I need to do. I should be writing all this down, but I'm not gonna because, well, that wouldn't be that'd be hilarious. So yeah, coming up on the last 4 minutes here. Yeah, cool. Got all kinds of cool things. I got buttons and stuff to push that I want to push, but I'm not gonna. So yeah, so every Friday night, um, from here till eternity or until I pass out, 2 hours. Twitch, YouTube. Watch it on Twitch and YouTube. You get the full production value, and you can. It's easier for me to chat on that. And the links are in my bio, and we can make it all this happen. Jimmy, appreciate all the likes, man. I appreciate it. I mean that's pretty freaking cool. Um, if you got anybody out there that needs the help or is looking for an outlet or something, have them join. Have them join chat. Let's talk about it. And then again, don't be afraid to fuck anything up. I promise. We're always gonna to push through. We're gonna make it better, right? So, boy, man. So, yeah, that's all I got, man. That's it. I am about talked out. So we didn't make it the full 2 hours. We made it. Let's see. We made it an hour and about 50 minutes because I had about a 5 minute lead in. So I appreciate everybody that joined. Jimmy, man, killing it. I love it. If you want to join, yeah, I was gonna say, man, if you want to join on the fishing thing tomorrow, rocking, brother. Let's do it. We'll be on. Maybe I'll catch something. I don't know. I haven't been all that lucky lately, but we'll see. I mean, I was last Saturday was rocking it, so who knows? It's supposed to rain tonight too, so it might actually be good fishing because it'll be cooler. So appreciate everybody. I am going to cut off the YouTube and the Twitch, and then we'll cut off the TikTok here in a bit. In a second, I'll sign off of them. And cool. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you. See you next Friday, 8 o'clock Central Time. Thanks, man. Thanks. Love you all.